Okay, so now that our minds are in back to school mode, it's a reminder of how quickly time passes if you don't prioritize your life. The founder of a global leadership group just wrote a new article posted on Inc.com. It lists the most common regrets that people end up having before the end of their life. This one gets you thinking. Among them, I wish I had spent more time with the people I love. I wish I'd worried less and had forgiven more. I wish I'd lived my own life and faced my fears. So does any of this sound familiar? It got me thinking after I read the article. If so, there's no reason that you can't stop living with regrets starting today. And Lisa Olshafer is an author, she's a life coach and a speaker. She's also a mom. And this morning she is sharing advice on living your life to its fullest potential. Lisa, I don't know if you got a chance to check that article out, but let me tell you, it got me thinking. Somebody like you, how are you feeling after you read the article with your experience?
Well, it was great because so many people stay within their comfort zone because they're afraid to go out and take a risk in their life, and then they regret it because they don't really realize all the things and all their talents and abilities that they have to share with the world.
All right, let's get to the points right now. The first one, you say, if you're having those regrets, conquer fear in your life. That's easier said than done.
Absolutely. It's a lifelong process because we're always going to experience fear in some form. In fact, that's the signal that you're coming to the edge of your comfort zone. That's the time to say, it's time to grow, it's time to expand, it's time to realize my full potential. And it's that, but what most people do is they let their fear hold them back instead of leaning in and embracing that fear.
Yeah, and you say that view challenges as opportunity to grow. Sometimes we don't recognize those signs though.
Absolutely. You know, things happen to us in our life and they are challenging. We don't grow and strengthen ourselves when we're out on the beach drinking Mai Tais. We do it when we're in that challenge. And when we can look at that challenge as an opportunity, what can I learn from this challenge? What comes up for me as a result of this experience? What kind of feelings are happening within me? And really learning how to work through those feelings so that you can move on and learn from the challenge so you don't have to keep repeating it.
And speaking of challenges, you say here, live in the present and be aware. That one again, like I said, it's kind of challenging because we have information overload right now in our lives. With social media, that in and of itself just takes over your life, it seems.
Well, so many people are living in the future, and it's really the fear that drives them to live in the future. Afraid of something terrible is going to happen or whatnot.
Afraid of financial disaster.
Afraid of financial disaster, afraid of being judged, afraid of, you know, failing and whatever that might be. And then of course living in the past is where we're carrying along all those regrets with us. We're carrying along resentments and so forth. And you know, one thing's for sure is you can't change the past, but you can change how you feel about the past. And when you learn from your challenges, that's when you can move forward from them.
Okay, we're just about out of time, but I want to hit this one, move past the pain. That's very difficult for a lot of people to do because it's in some cases it can be very devastating pain.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, again, with regret and resentments, it's bringing that what's happened to us, our challenges from the past, and not really dealing with them. If you're hanging on to hatred or resentment, there's a saying that says it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. They're very toxic emotions in the body. There's a lot of different processes I've used over the years. I've created my own process as a way to move the pain through your body, and then also how to respond to these challenges in a way where you're not actually powering up the fears and the pain, but actually moving through them.
Good stuff, Lisa. Thank you so much. Folks, we hope that helped you out. We know it's about to get real crazy busy because the kids are back to school, so hopefully that helped you out. All right, guys, back to you.